Good afternoon, YouTube family. Martinez Country Home here. Well, I was gonna wait to do this video, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time when I get home. But guys, today I was watching. Okay, so first of all, the reason I'm making this video is because mainly because of the video I saw earlier, which I'm gonna put the links, the link to that video in the description. It's from Roy Potter. He's the guy that had put out the video last week or so about he was hearing military chatter about getting their houses in order, that they had gotten information, unofficial information through unofficial channels for them to start getting their houses in order. So today he came out with another video basically talking about how in the coming weeks things might get a little bit more dramatic, basically regarding the health crisis and the things that the powers that be are doing, putting out to mitigate that. He wasn't actually he was not specific in anything like that, but judging by what I've been seeing on our local media, about talking about the health crisis and how they want everybody to get with the program and stuff like that, how it's been ramped up. I think that it probably has to do with that. So the chatter that I'm hearing, not just from him, but from other sources, other content creators, and we're probably getting it from the same source, but that in the coming weeks, ballpark coming weeks, things are gonna get a little bit more. They're gonna tighten the screws a little bit. I don't know how much or in what way, but this is my notice to y'all, that I'm just passing the word. And I know that as preppers and conspiracy theorists, we get a bad rap, guys, because we're always preparing, and we always we read between the lines and we look at the big picture. And sometimes it takes a while for these things that we're talking about for them to happen, but 9 times out of 10, guys, they happen. And I know y'all, pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all can relate. We're always aware. So just be on your toes, be on the lookout. I think that I'm not sure if how legitimate this is or whatever, but one thing I can say is that they have ramped up the things that they want us to do for this health crisis, to for it to go away or whatever. They've ramped up the message, the agenda that they want, and they're really pushing it hard. And basically what they're talking about is that what's going on in Australia and maybe in the UK, Canada, because these things did get pretty heavy, especially like in Canada and Australia, but that those kinds of mitigation techniques or whatever that they did over there on the people, that they're gonna start bringing that over here. And all I can remember, what I was thinking about today was, I remember last year Richie from Boston, talking about how the military was setting up across the country, and for martial law, and they were gonna have because of I don't know if y'all remember what Donald Trump had come out with was it's abbreviated OWS, Operation Warp Speed. that the military was being staged, you know, to bring that about, right? And nothing happened, you know. And I know, I'm sure a lot of us can understand that, you know, we're just trying to put the word out, and sometimes we're too early, you know, we're a little bit early, and you know, that people hold that against us, or the people that are really not believers, they're like, I told you nothing's gonna happen, or whatever, right? But eventually it does happen. You know, I'd rather be early than late, you know what I mean? And I think Richie was probably, you know, Richie, he put out the info that he was seeing with his eyes, and I never held it against him, because I knew that he was just reporting what he was seeing. That being said, I think that all that time, maybe that's what they were setting up. It doesn't matter. I mean, the military is not gonna do something and everybody's gonna know. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're gonna carry out some operation, and you know, you know, and let it be known, and you know, then that's not much of an operation if everybody knows what you're doing, you know. At least from what I understand about military operations, I mean, it's done in secrecy, and you know, it's not just, you know, thrown out in the open. But anyway, guys, another thing I remember that I was thinking about was, you know, from what I understand, the troops were brought back from Afghanistan and Iraq. They came back home. I don't know what's coming, but from what I'm hearing, guys, and I'm just letting you know, is that it's possible that lockdowns are gonna happen again. And I've been hearing that pretty regular, almost every day. You know, little bits and pieces here that we're gonna get lockdowns again, or something like that. At first, it might start on, just like the last time, it might start in certain states or certain cities, and you know, but they're gonna roll out like that. I don't know if they're gonna make it mandatory to get these remedies that the powers that be are putting out, that they say will help with the health crisis, but they might force us to do that. I'm not sure, but the thing is, it'd be wise to be ready for anything, you know, especially something along those lines. So I just wanted to get that out to you guys. Again, I'll leave that link in the description. And what bothers me is that around the timeline that these things are supposed to kind of like start ramping up is a time that, at least here in my city, the children will be going back to school. So you're gonna have, you know, well, you don't know, you know, you're gonna have parents separated from their kids, and so that's something that concerns me. You know, is there, you know what I'm saying? Something to think about. But anyway, guys, I wanted to pass this on to y'all. You know, it didn't, and a lot of dots are being connected, you know, to me. We had the main entity that concerns itself with communicable diseases basically overruled the Supreme Court, you know, about the eviction moratorium and all that. They're basically making laws, you know, if you think about it. So I thought that was a very bad sign, you know. That's corporations, guys, really, and they're in bed with big pharma. So, you know, that's not good. Never Lose Truth also came out with a good video with the, you know, the landlords are losing a lot of money, losing their properties because of this, and the ones that are winning are the big hedge funds and asset management companies. They're buying up all these properties, you know, and maybe that'll be a good theme for the next video. But I remember before the health crisis, I remember wondering why they were building so many apartments, you know, and I always thought it was Agenda 21. You know, they don't want people to own property, so, you know, eventually they're gonna make people to move out of their houses and basically get apartments or something. And I at the time, like I said, the health crisis hadn't started, but it makes sense, you know. It makes sense that they'd have building all these apartments, all these units. And now, you know, I used to wonder, well, where are they going to get all the people to move there? Well, now I know, you know. Also, people coming in from the border. We have a lot of people moving in from other states. You know, today, Kat Owens, a good friend of mine, Kat Owens, I mentioned her a couple of times, but she sent me a text. She had sent me a video, and I made a comment, texted her back, and made a comment something like, you know, like, wow, like, you know, so weird, you know, it's unbelievable, or something to that effect. And she sent me back the definition of a conspiracy, you know, and you know, I'm gonna say this because we're preppers, and a lot of times we get you know, people look at us like, you know, here we go again with your doom and gloom or whatever. But, and you know, people like to call us conspiracy theories, but Kat Owens sent me this definition of a conspiracy, and it was basically a statement. And she says, you know, conspiracy is not it's not something, I'm going to paraphrase here because I can't remember exactly how she said it, but, you know, conspiracy is, people think the conspiracy is the like the rumor of some crime or some event. It's actually a crime. You know, it's actually some corruption, some crime that's occurring, you know, by an individual, by two or more individuals. But anyway, guys, I'll cut it short and I'll make another video about that later. Y'all take care of each other and love each other out there, guys, because that's what we're here for. God bless.